Between statues and action figures, BBTS seems like they're getting new dinosaur figures every day. Check them out at the link in the description.
Kaiju, turtles, Dragon Ball, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hey, howdy, hey collectors, it's Steven here, and we're going to be rounding out my first wave of the Hammond collection reviews of the dinosaurs with a Vegisaurus. We're going to be taking a look at the Parasaurolophus per its appearance in the Lost World, Jurassic Park. And is it accurate to its appearance? We'll let you be the judge. Anyway, for this figure, a lot of folks have said this is going to be the best in the initial Hammond collection offering of dinosaurs, and I don't necessarily think that that's going to be the case. I think that title belongs to the Raptor. But nevertheless, that doesn't mean I'm not going to review it and present it in ways which you may enjoy. Or maybe not. So let's take a look to see whether or not this beauty is going to be worth adding into your collection. A lot of folks have said that the paint application on this one is the best compared to the Raptor or the Baryonyx. However, having this in hand and also being able to see other units of all of the dinosaurs collectively, both in hand and in package that I don't happen to have, I can say that the paint application is rather consistent across the board. You may notice that on the thigh there is this weird thing that's going on with the different stripes that it looks like there's missing paint. It was like that out of the box, and I have seen other units like that still in the box that have the same paint application to it. Basically, what it looks like is maybe some intended chaos added in by Mattel. So it's not necessarily going to land well with everyone, but I do think it adds a little bit of a uniqueness to the dinosaurs in this lineup. And that effect is found on the Raptors and on the Baryonyx as well. So a lot of folks who were criticizing those did not criticize this figure for that as well. So if you happen to have seen those criticisms, then congratulations. That's going to be valid for all of the dinosaurs in this lineup. Now focusing specifically here on the Para dinosaur with the big funky head crest, I do have to say that the paint application is rather attractive here. Now I would say that it's more so a maroon than it would be a true blue purple, and the paint application is actually blended in rather well. We do have a nice masking system going on here for the purple on the head, which does trail on down throughout the rest of the body on the back, almost as if it were a sail. There are accents of orange found in some select areas with so much as a little bit of a spray or an already pre-planned little decal application that's going to be found near the rib cage. Interestingly enough, if you take a look at the Baryonyx, there is going to be some form of an underbelly paint application. However, for the Parasaurolophus, they added a nice spray, which is executed rather well. So, in sum, for the paint application for the Para here, I would say that not necessarily a humongous step above the rest, but there are a few bells and whistles that make it look good. In terms of the sculpt, I will say that there are some cartoony aspects, such as the big feet, which are true for the Raptor and the soon-to-come Rex, but, I mean, it's honestly forgivable, as it's a $20 action figure. So Para's articulation, having just literally recorded the section for the Baryonyx, is a bit disappointing. So we go from the Raptor, which was really good, the Baryonyx, which if you know what you're doing is fantastic. Parasaurolophus leaves a little bit to be desired. What do we have? Well, jaw opens and closes on a hinge, which is really good. Stick out the tongue, makes the mouth look really awkward. So, your mileage may vary on how far you want to open it, maybe just a bit that much. Head plugs in on a ball joint, and we can get the Para to look rather neutral like that. We can get it to look up about that far and rock around, tilt, so on and so forth. Now, looking down is okay. Looking up is more so this figure's strong point. So as you can see, that's kind of the theme. The dinosaurs have some difficulty looking down as well as they can looking up. So that's just about that. For the shoulders, swivel and hinge combo on both, and we have elbow joints, which honestly look really weird. There's no meat basically where the elbows plug in, so it kind of looks rather awkward. It looks like peanut biceps. Yeah. Hips, they swivel kind of like the Baryonyx, as I explained there. But here they don't really want to swivel all the way around just because of the sculpt of the body. You can get that to happen, but you're going to have to force it, which I really don't like to do. And then we do have hinge movement out to the side. So I don't really know if that's ball jointed movement or if it's just going to be a swivel hinge combo. For the knee area, we do have a hinge with a swivel. And then at this portion here, which is effectively going to be the ankle, we do have hinge forward and back, and then swivel around. So even though there is room for ankle hinge and swivel to give ankle rocker movement, that is not the case. Tail plugs in on a peg, and then there is a ball joint there, so this way we can move the tail around. And then there's going to be just a little bit of a bendy wire in there, so this way we can get some movement in the tail, as you can see there. So, Parasaurolophus here, range of movement is okay. We get some very limited poses. This is not the most articulated dinosaur of the initial offerings for the Hammond collection. We can get this one into some fun poses. Maybe we'll do this. There you go. That's fun. That's neat. But overall, this is not a super duper articulated action figure like the Raptor or the Baryonyx. Now, to round out the review, here's a size comparison with all the currently released Hammond collection dinosaurs. I'm going to not get the humans just because I'm not interested. So as you can see, they are of good scale, and if you're looking to get smaller dinosaurs to blend in with your humanoid figures, then congrats, these should blend in rather nicely. You can have some fun fantasy displays, or if you're looking for in-universe, if you will, it's Jurassic Park after all, I think they look just fine enough. So, buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. At $20, if you're a big fan of Vegisauruses, then congratulations, you can army build and you can create the scene from the Lost World where they're all getting wrangled up and they're all trampling different people over, so on and so forth. It's rather budget friendly, and for the size, it's not overly huge where it's going to completely take over your shelf, and this little group of dinosaurs can definitely be budget friendly, but not shelf friendly because they're rather large. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Overall, I do think that the articulation is a bit limiting, as the Baryonyx that I just am also holding in my hand right now. Yeah, it definitely blows it out of the water, despite having a few areas where the engineering could have also been implemented exactly the same on the Parasaurolophus. But that being said, this is a rather rock-solid figure, and if you're a fan of this dinosaur, or you just wanted a good herbivore in your collection, then congratulations, the Hammond collection delivers here.
Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.